family? It's your man DeeJay KNS back again with another video. This time we are in the wilderness. I decided I wanted to take a little walk today. It's not raining here in South Florida, so I decided to come to the park, check it out, and I found some really interesting spots to film some footage. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make a beat in the wilderness, serenity, nature. You know what I mean? So stay tuned. Let me get the gear set up and we're gonna crank out something. We're gonna see if we can make some heat. You know how we do it. KNS out. Peace. All right, y'all, so I'm still on my jazz tip. So I'm gonna go into my jazz folder in Serato DeeJay. Particularly, I'm gonna sample something off of the Ahmad Jamal album that came out in 1974, which was a good year for jazz. So let's go ahead and set that up, all right? And let's see what we got here. All right, so now we got the sampling in here. Let's go and normalize. Yep. All right, let's see the beginning. Make sure that's on point. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna truncate that. All right, let's see the end part. Okay, so let's go ahead and truncate that because we're gonna chop that in 16 pieces. So chop that. That's truncated. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to slice. We're gonna go to split and all right, so let's go ahead and apply that to a group. So we'll hit apply here and we'll go ahead and apply that to a group. All right, so we got it on the group. I selected all. We're gonna switch this all to one shot. And then we're gonna go to pad mode and we're gonna put all of these on a choke group so they cut each other off. What I wanna do is I wanna actually slow that down a little bit. So we're gonna pitch that down about 2. All right, so let's try out the pattern. I have something in mind. So let's go ahead and choose the pattern, right? We're gonna make that, let's start at 4 bars and see if we can get it right. Put the metronome on. Let's do it. All right, so I shifted it over. So this is how it sounds. All right, cool. So now we're gonna add on to the end of that pattern. So let's do that and let's see how it goes. All right, so that sounds pretty good. So let's go ahead and load up some drums and we'll add the boom to the bap right there, you know what I mean? And see where we're at. All right, so I got my drums loaded up. I'm gonna start with the snare, then I'm gonna do a 16 level kick and we'll add in some hats. So let's do that right now. All right, so let me quantize that. All right. All right, now let's go ahead and 16 level that. So let me go ahead and add this hi-hat in. Let's take that off the 16. All right, let's do that. So let me go ahead and clean that up really quickly, and then we'll see how everything fits. And then we'll go add a bass line. All right, so I went ahead and cleaned up the drum, shifted some things a little bit, and this is how it sounds. Cool. So now that we got that, let's go ahead and see if we can mess around with a bass and go from there. All right, so I got a bass loaded up. Let's see what we can do. All right, so this is how it sounds so far. Okay, I'm rocking with that. So the next thing we gotta do is, because this is one of those beats where this main section here can go from the verse into the hook. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do a little lead-in intro, and then we'll put my Noriega drop on there, and then we'll chain everything together in song mode and see how it goes. Okay, let's go ahead and quantize that. So now that we have that, you know what I'm gonna do? Old school MPC tactics. I'm gonna do a little fade in. All right, so we'll fade the first 3 notes, have that fade up. So it sounds like this. All right, good. So now let's go ahead, put a drop in there, my KNS drop, you know what I mean? With the God Noriega, N-O-R-E for short.
Hey, yo, KNS, drop it on him, drop it on him.
All right, let's do that. I'm probably gonna have to, this is not gonna be perfect, so usually when I drop it in, I end up shifting it, so bear with me.
Hey, yo, KNS, drop it on him, drop it on him.
All right, so now that I got that in there, let me go ahead and shift it to what it's supposed to be. All right, so I shifted it over, and this is what it sounds like.
Hey, yo, KNS, drop it on him, drop it on him.
All right, so when I chain everything together, this is how it's gonna rock. So we're gonna start, I put this in a scene, scene 1, and then we're gonna go to scene 2. So check it out.
Hey, yo, KNS, drop it on him, drop it on him.
Yeah. Not bad for making beats in the wilderness, you know what I mean? I'm totally satisfied with this beat. I think this beat kind of sounds like some Ninth Wonder type of style of chopping, but I'll take it, you know what I'm saying? I like the end result. Bass came out fire in my opinion. Let me know if y'all mess with it, all right? Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, comment. Let me know what y'all think, what y'all would have did differently. But most importantly, tune in next week for another beat video, all right? Content dropping weekly, every Tuesdays and Thursdays. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so that every time I drop a new piece of footage, y'all be the first to know. And with that said, KNS out.
Hey, yo, KNS, drop it on him.